Okay, let's get this party started.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Deca at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
Thanks, Akaro. Oh, you want me to go all the way over there on foot? Fine.
Walk with strength. Let the challengers blade speak for them.
I've got some shards riding on them.
Let's see. If I wanted to, I could upgrade this to level 3. But the increase is so minor. The only real thing would be draw speed. Draw speed and overdraw damage would be nice to have. What else do I have that's not really upgraded? Yeah, meh. What we've got is fine.
That low.
What do we got here?
Regala will come.
Not bad, I guess. Could be an awesome sports arena with the walls and crater and everything. We'll totally see a game here, 10 out of 10. But bring in a hot dog stand and a lot more bathrooms. Also a roof and AC. Man, it's hot here. It's not even noon. Jesus. Richie Davenport.
For the chief. Only question is when. All strand. Not taking this place from us.
Let Regala take the
This
road.
will be a heavy day. I can feel it. The trials at the hunting grounds are hard, but such things are not meant to be easy.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll head back and kick all of the hunting ground asses.
Your enemy is mine. If a soldier wants to prove himself, they should do it at the hunting ground.
Have I walked by anything important? Not really. Okay. I was hoping for a merchant.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
Yeah.
I'd save my spear
like
for
that.
Regala's troops, if I were you.
This poor dude. Just constantly being fucking embarrassed.
Okay. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
Where there will probably be, whoa,
And look,
a battle.
we are not alone in this fight.
Hello! If she had stayed up there, I would have gone up there. This works too. How do I get up there? Oh, ladder.
Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the Kulrut from below. But from above...
Ooh!
Right. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Yeah, unless he attacks from the other side. So we're totally gonna end up in the arena ourselves at some point, yeah? That's like an optional thing. Makes sense to me.
The Kulrut is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! All who take down a machine shall be named martial. Remember the the 10! Strike from the air as they did, and seize your glory!
I do love the idea of them just basing their military structure on fucking airdrop soldiers. Whoop, the ground's shaking. A little bit of vibration in my controller. Here we go!
Here they come!
Am I gonna have infinite ammo? Because if I do, this will be a fun section.
Defend the Kulrut!
It is not infinite ammo, but that's alright. There we go. Oh my god. They're bringing in the big units here, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god, that thing got melted. Oh, there's more! Hell yeah! Keep firing! Ah. Ah! But they didn't bring any riders this way, so that's suspicious as fuck. Making my way over to the next gun. Holy shit. It's the roly-poly-oly guy! Woo! Good job getting these guns. That was too easy. It's a picture tech.
There.
Oh. Oh god.
Hold the defenses! Go!
Is this the same burrowing enemy from the first game, or is this like another snake? Oh yeah. Wait, was that just a suicide bomb? Oh shit. Oh, hey! They were fucking following it through the tunnels? That's intense. That was a smart plan. And these idiots weren't paying attention. Ah, shit. Oh, that poor dude. Oh my god. Full acid coverage.
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey!
Hi, giant snake!
Here, you big worm!
That's mean. He's a snake. Alright, Slitherfang. Weak against fire, frost, plasma. Okay. Let's see. Its metal bite sack is explosive. It's got some electric chain reaction things. Purge water reaction, acid reaction. Purge water sec. We really need these purge water things. Although I think this one could just be blown up. It's not an elemental thing to hit. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening here.
I'll fire a few shots from that ballista.
Oh my lord. Alright. Yeah, I'd like to not be sliced in half by fucking water pulse, you know? Stop shaking your tail at me like that! Ah!
I'm not giving up.
I'm in position! Let's bring this thing down! It's too close! Lure it away from the ballista!
The fuck do you mean it's too close? The whole point was that I was supposed to lead this thing to you! Ba-ba-ba-ba. Critical strike! Critical strike! I'm trying, damn it!
Get the machine away from the ballista!
Shut the fuck up! It's not moving! I'm all the way on the other side! Ow! Maybe if I go behind the tower, he'll come over. Whoa, 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 whoa! Bitey McBiteson! I need you to calm down! Yeah, I guess just eat a tower. Ah, my ears. Yeah, I bet that would be annoying with the tinnitus effect. Ah! Oh, I'm getting hit by this. Yep. I dodged too early. I don't think the ballista did shit.
Finally. I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Katalo. I gotta get to them.
Ooh, look at this! 25% stealth damage, 50% plasma damage. God damn! Those are huge. I'm gonna take the opportunity to grab all these medicines. Because who knows? The people might kick my butt more than the snake. Snake kind of was just chilling doing its own thing for a little bit. Alright. How do I get up there? I guess I climb up all the destruction? Yeah.
Champion, get to the chief!
Go! Get to the chief!
I'm working on it!
Gala went after him in the throne room. We got this! How's the chief?
Alright. Let's go kick some ass. I've got Mildew Street here. If it becomes a melee brawl, we can handle it. Maybe move! You gonna run like a coward? Or are you gonna stand here and die in a 3v1? Or, well, a lot more than that. There she runs.
This isn't finished. I'll be back with everything I have. And all who stand with Hekarro will be run red.
Okay, bye! Guess we'll beat her later.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go.
Good for them.
Failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it.
Thanks, man.
These today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Hey, I'll take some tattoos.
This is it. Aether's below.
Alright, let's climb down. Obviously,
This place.
at some point we'll have to help them take out Regala for good. Yeah, we need to make some progress in helping
There.
Gaia.
That console. Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Aether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the Ten not enough to create one. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hikaru saw years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived.
I'm intrigued to see what the fuck's going on up there. Alright, WTH, Perkins. Ever partitioned the cluster without telling me? Again, we had power surges all over the place, including one in the main building at 8:31 p.m., right when Director Gardori was heading out for the night. The Gold Mountain Hollow lit up from total darkness right as she walked by, and it scared the living shitballs out of her. She was pissed, dude. What are you trying to do? Get us all... I guess that's all that's down here. Yeah, so this was just their server room. Sorry, I'm lost. Here we go. I'll happily check out the visions. Whoa. The White House.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
I get a little bit of chills with them doing a military salute to this guy. He does deserve it, I guess.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
Oh.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission.
I'm down.
Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
Yeah, Nataru. Not too foreign for you. And then you'll meet Nostrum and Honora. We're bringing the clans together in our, ourselves.
All right. I need to get Aether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to get, like, the actual clear picture here of what happened.
Could you imagine bringing down those tremor tusks the rebels about?
Alright, so we'll
Shall lead us.
start off with these first ones.
Walk with strength.
Aloy,
Show respect.
a word, if you will?
Hold on, I'm checking this out.
Out in the field or relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward De La Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always honed for battle. Needles,
Aloy,
ink,
do
bruises.
you have a moment?
These daredevils of the sky shared it all.
Hell yeah, I like that. Alright, what's up?
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Cavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hekarro cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Cavo is the last of my blood.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm down to help you, but I've got a thing to do first.
What made Cavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Cavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
So if Cavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Cavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. Must.
I hope.
I just have to find him before it's too late.
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hekarro, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
If Cavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hekarro let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try. I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
I have some other things to take care of first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the hill crest southeast of the grove. We'll make our way to the outpost from there. Until then, strike true.
Thanks, Deca. I bet if we had gone with her now, we would have gotten more of a chat with her on the way there. Like, how far away was that? A solid walk. A solid few-minute walk. Let's find out more about the JTF-10.
Observe the grid of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast, conditioned for any climate. JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes.
Let us hope the new marshals don't meet the fate of those in embassy.
JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms, JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines.
It's funny because, like, because the situation with the JTF-10 mirrors this current age so much, they really are, like, they really can take, like, inspiration from this. Like, oh, they fought machines too! Yeah, but they were, like, machines controlled by other people, you know? It was a different story back then.
Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 protected assets critical to the insurrection. Deep in the jungle, concealed by mud and darkness, they laid their traps for their enemies.
Cool stuff. Alright. Let us, before we leave, there are now people I can talk to in the arena. So let's see what kind of gear they got. Because I feel like they're the ones who are going to have some of the more purple gear for this area. Because we've been running into a lot of blue stuff, which is okay. But it's not nearly as good. It's just a full set of purple. Oh, can I? Really? Huh. Okay. I have to go through the front of a different entrance, I guess.
Honor and strength.
As I was saying. I don't remember.
And I missed it. I was stuck on guard duty.
Who wants to talk to us out here?
You're showing real skill with that.
The tribe has asked so much of her already.
Yeah, y'all can wait. I truly want to get gear first. What do you got? You son of a bitch. You dirty little bastards. Multiple enemy damage, purge water, knockdown. Okay, this is solid. For just shards? For just shards, these are pretty good. Acid, explosive. But weapon-wise, meh. Beam wire tripcaster. This novel awesome invention uses stagger beams to inflict damage over time. It can be upgraded to knock down enemies with greater ease. Scalding spike thrower, fire damage spike, ice fire blasting, fire and ice. Fang horn circulator. Pyre hunter bow. Let's see. Max level. Its regular arrows do less damage, but you get burning damage by a good bit. But yeah, man, I think what we currently got's pretty good. Pretty alright, at least.
Next time I will take your shards.
Alright, where is the outfitter? This is really surprising.
Fight well.
My expectations have been fucking messed with because of Scalding Spear. We came in, immediately saw purple weapons and purple armor, and I'm like, hell yeah, the rest of this place is gonna have at least a little bit of that. And no, they're like holding it off for more around this area or something. They really expected me to just max out my blue gear around this area, I guess. And that's fine, we can do that. I've just been really stubborn about it. Check out what the hell this is. This looks like a path. What about this? Senator Medina's visit. From Micah Kidori to Sonia Buenavita. Sonia, glad we could talk just now. I know we have our differences, but I feel like we share a common interest in keeping memories of the Hot Zone crisis alive. A museum is a living thing, with exhibits being discussed all the time. In the future, whenever you have suggestions, I will be happy to discuss them before you commit to interviews. I hereby confirm in writing we have reached the following agreements. Ray, Senator Maria Medina's visit. 1. The museum route will be altered to accommodate the Senator's wishes. USRC displays in room 2 and 4 will be temporarily switched out. My team will update you on the precise items we'll show, but rare earth history will be the main focus. I can confirm we will have Robert Medina's combat uniform, the Desert Camo 1, in-house on time. It will be prominently displayed in the main hall along with the artifacts Miss Medina bestowed on the museum back in May. 2. Photo ops. Designated press zones include the main hall, rooms 4 and 5, excluding 5.2, and the Crater Memorial. Kindly ask the Senator to walk outside no later than 7:30 p.m. Outside conditions will be suboptimal after that. Heavy dust and low sunlight will ruin the pics. 3. Your office will run the press list. If you could confirm your retraction of earlier statements to the press, we're good to go. If you could just take back the shit you said, it will be pretty. Things will be good. The hell is this? What the fuck? Huh? Intriguing. The arena. Alright, another thing from Rashav. Every time I set foot here in the arena, I'm taken back to my own Kulrut. At the time, I couldn't be sure why Hikaru allowed me to partake in the trial. I hoped the chief was obliged to let me enter, but instead he seemed merely intrigued. I won't lie. I enjoyed the obvious frustrations of the other contestants. Highborn though I may be, I know how to kill. One desert Tanath couldn't contain his discontent. As I stood bloodstained over a prone machine about to kill it, he blindsided me, spearing both its head and my calf. The crowd cheered. Me, not so much. Smug as he was, he even turned around to take in the ovation. I used the moment to break the spear to free myself. He did not take kindly to that, nor the fact that I used half his weapon to impale his foot. I was ready to leave it at that, but he wanted to continue the brawl. I didn't notice that all the machines had been destroyed. It was just us. The onlookers yelled angrily when the bout started leaning my way. Other contestants closed in on me, but Hikaru's voice boomed the arena. Leave them! He who draws first must face the consequences. A long minute passed as we wrestled without rules or grace. With the very last of my strength, I snapped his neck. The whole place fell silent. Then Hikaru walked up to the edge of the arena and spoke. We fight shoulder to shoulder. We do not stab our fellow soldiers in the back. We must look our enemies in the eye, as one. It took me a while before I realized he was talking about the division between the clans. Even so, I'll never forget how he gave me, an enemy general, a fair chance. It is why I served him wholeheartedly. And now Chief Hikaru has given me leave to return to the Sundom. The embassy is only days away. From then on, I'll do everything in my power to broker a lasting peace for our people, Hikaru. This has been my grandest of adventures. Goodbye, my friend. Oh, fuck off. We barely knew you, but damn it, you were going to accomplish so much. Items for collection. To whom it may concern, my late husband, Kana Mangrove, perished with Roberto Medina at the Battle of the Mojave. When his last leave was hastily recalled, he left his duffel bag at the house. It holds the usual items, shirts, pants, undergarments, toiletries, but also devices with data, snaps of his unit, a collection of maps, and marching orders, including the one ordering his squad to join Medina. He even kept a couple of small GSIN drone parts we think he took as souvenirs. Connor proudly spoke of taking down several. We were wondering, would the museum be interested in said items for the collection? The family would feel honored if his memory is thus preserved. Respectfully yours, Kate Mongrove Brown. Aww. So many fucking data points around here. God damn. Okay, we've seen that one. So I think that's everything here, minus this. And then obviously there's a machine strike There's so many machine strikes all around the world.
Regala will fall.
Oh, this one. Buena Vida appearance. Micah, you'd better hear this from me. Remember Sonia Bonavita, the aide to the Senator Maria Medina? She just did an interview going on about how you were unfit to lead the museum due to a confirmed bias towards government history. She's accusing us of erasing Robert Medina's legacy by substituting his heroic efforts to curb the government's reliance on machine power with a both sides narrative that deflects from the real issue of federal overreach. I know Buena Vida is a hothead, so I'm not surprised by her wording, but we should be concerned. As an aide to Maria Medina, she could probably sway her to abandon support of the museum. And you know as well as I do how fragile Senate support is at this moment. Losing a vote is one thing, but we can't afford to lose Robert Medina's daughter. The symbolism alone would shatter our hopes of future funding. Please advise on our PR strategy. Maria Medina's visit is due in 2 weeks. The timing couldn't be worse for us, jeez. Who are you? Oh, it's just a stash. And another goddamn data point. Holy Jesus. Bro, saw your message. Thanks. I suspect foul play. Senator Medina is a political animal. I'm pretty sure we're pawns in some kind of scheme to make the most out of her planned visit here, even if it means turning us into a roadkill on the Beltway. Let me look into it before we talk about a PR strategy, okay? No need to escalate right now. Let me first call Buena Vida and see what's what. The senator has been known to test the waters before committing to anything. And as far as I can tell, she hasn't responded to Sonia's statement yet, which I think is telling. Regardless, we need the senator to visit us as planned. Our standing with pro-reconciliation groups depends on it. Micah. God damn, they have their own little drama here at this museum, lordy. Alright, let's go back to Gaia. See if we can get anything special from turning in our mission. And if not, oh well. We'll can I fast travel into the base? Technically it's not a campfire. Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, it just stuck us outside. That's alright. We'll make our way up. So after this, I'll probably start doing, I want to start actually doing all the side missions. We've left off on so many, and I'm sure some people have probably been, like, annoyed about it. And I apologize. I really, truly thought that after the last, like, fucking 3 to 5 hours of doing main mission stuff, that I'd have better gear, but we don't. So I guess that will just have to wait for later.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
and my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
Oh my lord.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Oh.
Oh.
It's private training, Aaron. You can't join him.
Okay.
They're just like, yeah, we just move on from that, huh?
And I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup, like the Karcha. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people, and the Tenakth.
I just think my face says it all as is, that's all.
That it does.
The fuck?
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Hell yeah, thanks. Canister burrow circulator, that's nice. Ooh, a bellowback circulator too. Thank you. That is very useful.
Politics stay the same no matter how much time passes.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Hey.
Hey.
A nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But, don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both.
I'm hoping by the end of it we can kill the bad villain people, the Far Zenith, and work with Beta and maybe some other people to, like, you know, save the world. That'd be nice.
How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Yeah, we should probably send for other people too. I feel a little bit bad, but I guess the only other couple of people we know of that were reintroduced, they're doing their own things right now.
So, you've met our new Tenakth friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
So, Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
Yeah, she has to save her friend.
I should get going.
Friend,
I
quotation
just
marks.
keep practicing with this thing.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. How's, training with Cell?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
It really is impressive. I am proud of, well, you know, all the tribes out there. Karja, Nora, the Tanakh, the fucking Banuk, all of them aren't like the most technologically advanced races, tribes out there. They're making do with what they've got. They have like they really didn't know what the hell was going on, and they were introduced to the world all in such crazy ways that, like, yeah, of course they're all gonna have their own dramatically different beliefs until we finally can like converge all of our information together. It'll be interesting to see how, like, I'd love to get something that takes place long after the events of the Horizon games and see how society progresses from all the different tribes and all the different informations that they got. Because at some point, it's going to be like, 2 or 3 generations from now, you're not going to have a Karja who doesn't know about, like, the Nora and then Apollo and Hades and the guy and all this stuff. So they're going to know about the past a whole lot, and that changes things. Like, suddenly having the internet, except they won't have the internet. Maybe, kind of. We'll see.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
We saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, the tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second, I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
Well, he's spent a long time as a marshal.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready.
Even more.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
That's good. I'm so glad that they're able to...
While I'm gone?
If Erend stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
I love that we get a chance to see everybody taking in such massive amounts of information.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Yeah, your clan especially was a little on the behind side for things. Thinking of everything as land gods. Works, but that makes it really hard to be like, hey, we need to mess with the machines a little bit. Can you let us mess with your gods?
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Yeah. I mean, they're working with what they had. I'm sure that as time goes on, we'll return back to some nice, solid wooden brick houses, you know? We'll see. It really depends on what's the most available resources, I suppose.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
Yeah, it is. We'll see what ends up happening with the Zenith. It's kind of weird. I guess we'll see what ends up happening as we progress the story. Because we were introduced to such a huge threat, and now they're just kind of not going to be around for a while. It's weird. Oh, I could ask a whole lot about this.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy, seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night.
Aww.
I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
Well, goddamn, how'd that go for you?
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
Goddamn. Up until this point, we've really, she's been just kind of like relatively peaceful, but she's got this fucking warpath story, or backstory, holy shit.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvests passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter.
I am too. Let's see. Your neighbors.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already.
All right. We'll talk about companions.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll come out here and be a little bit more social with you guys.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
It's okay. You'll get it in time.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
Yeah, he is. All right, well, I gotta go see Gaia.
Probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Although I should also maybe go see Kotallo. I don't know where the hell he is, though. Over here? Yeah, all right.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
I get it, I get it. What's that?
Looks like one of the Utaru's
Utar figure.
Like the one we killed in the sacred cave.
Aw.
I'm not sure I'll ever fully understand, but seeing something that represents life and prosperity turned into a weapon, it couldn't have been easy for Zoe.
Yeah. Where'd you guys get all this stuff? Have you been taking trips back to the Utaru village for this?
One of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Very nice. Is this where our ornaments are going to end up? Or maybe that's for something later. Alright, here's Kotallo. In the labs. Hey there.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
Alright, we're gonna ask you about everything.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines that answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
It's seen more. It's seen a lot more, dude. Whew.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
I hope so too. I honestly don't know what we're going to be doing with all our companions.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light.
Nice.
On the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero. And I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Yeah, well, currently you've risen way above his station. You're saving the world. He's just staying around.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself, even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
Well, I'm glad to have you with us, man.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Deca, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
Paratroopers are pretty cool, but they had parachutes, I'm pretty sure.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
Alright, time to get to Gaia.
Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. May the 10 walk with you.
Hopefully this place doesn't get attacked at some point. It feels incredibly vulnerable. So is that the east exit? Yes, what is this?
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
Oh.
Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Well, we even have our own little bed here. That's nice. We've got my stash if I want to refill my stuff. What is this?
This is the rite of passage that Vishav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Yeah, I really wish we had done more.
Regala's attack at the embassy. The marshals ambushed and surrounded, killed one by one. Reminds me of the massacre at the Proving. Back in the Sacred Lands. So many lives wasted. And for what?
Shitty ideals. Shitty, misunderstood ideals.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. And I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here.
I do too. Rost was cool. You know, it's totally possible to make stories where you don't kill off the parent characters. Well, I'm just gonna leave all that food out there while I don't eat it.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
Me too.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and
Danced on ice.
That doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
Yeah. Unless you fall on your butt a bunch like me. Even then, it is still a little bit fun. Gaia! I'm pretty sure this is the way to Gaia. Here we go.
Welcome back, Aloy.
Hello.
When you're ready, please merge Aether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Of course. Well, first I'm going to do this. I want to see what happens. What does this
There.
look like?
Let's see what we got.
Alright.
Good choice.
Whoa. This is neat. This doesn't look like the area I got the drone from, though. Huh. So is this going to be the background when we talk to Gaia? I don't really like this one. It's a little bright.
So,
nice.
What did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Is it just chilling in that cauldron we went into?
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just Aletheia. It'd be great to get you another component.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data
Hey, Marcus,
I
just
reviewed
enjoy your VOD.
focus, the Zeniths recovered the other
Sorry for the
Gaia
spoiler.
root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
But what if they also pick up on the transmission?
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
I can't upgrade my gear at all. Shit's expensive, bro. Alright, so where is that? Because if we go out here, we went to this cauldron, and there's nothing in this cauldron. And she said that it's in a mountain to the northwest of here. Which, I mean, this is west, but I guess it's not really northwest. Maybe it means this cauldron? I guess we're gonna find out.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
Let's talk about our progress.
How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be.
Can you grow him an arm? That'd be sweet.
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
Yeah. It's got to be sometimes, you know.
How's Aaron handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
Alright, let's ask about... Oh my god, we can ask a lot. We didn't have these before. Let's talk about the old world, though.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia.
Yeah, Elizabeth's fate's really fucking sad. Locked out of the bunker to save everybody in it. Pretty sure that's what happened. I don't actually remember the full thing. A lot of people ended up dying anyways. It was a mess.
So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
I'm proud of them. Maybe one day we'll find a way to undo what Head Pharaoh did. I mean, the only thing again is just Apollo.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Scion. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Scion was cut off from the outside world, an effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success.
Aww.
Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
One day they'll have the chance again. Alright. More Old World discoveries.
The processor Aether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures returned to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
And then, 20 years later, world destruction. Oof.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here.
Thanks, Minerva. They really set us up.
So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality, should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout.
Alright, we'll ask about the other things. Tell me about Poseidon.
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful.
Tell me about Aether.
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Aether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Aether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Good.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Aether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up.
All right, let's get out of here. Why gonna ask about Aether again?
Why did Aether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Aether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. One in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Aether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there.
All right. Let's get out of here.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy.
Cradle of Echoes. All right. Everything is on hold. Yeah, literally everything is on hold until Cradle of Echoes has been completed. I don't have a choice. I gotta do this mission. That's fine. It was my intention anyways. Things sound pretty important for us to do this. I guess I'll do this. What is this? Ammo expert. Craft more ammunition for the same amount of resources. That wouldn't be a bad thing.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Yeah, that was and you said Aloy ended it for good, right? Gaia doesn't need it? I think we're all better off without it.
Yeah, its only functionality was to end a biosphere, and obviously we don't want this biosphere to ever be ended. I don't know which room was newly opened, unfortunately. Maybe this room over... No?
Looks like Erend and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Oh, look at that. They agree with me! They agree with me! They put a fucking little clock thing here for privacy. God.
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
This door?
Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives.
Huh.
Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Damn it.
It's too bad.
Maybe just supplies?
There's
Oh.
data here. Another room. What for?
Can you see me in here, Gaia? What's this? A little flourish.
Switch to a private log? Okay, so... Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facilities coming along? When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs. Except personality. So, I'm going to sneak in my own mark. A couple of flourishes. Starting with this little tucked-away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it. He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger planned. My piece de resistance, if you will.
Ooh. Okay, this dude's hidden some rooms around for us to find. I'm down for that.
Oh, I'm back in the sleeping quarters.
I see you. Ancient valuables box. I can't do anything about it right now. Is that a shower? I wonder if it works. I have to imagine the facilities work in this place, because otherwise it'd get a little gross. Yeah, I don't think there's any other shower places currently for them to use.
Door won't open. Guess Gaia hasn't been able to restore access yet.
There was one place that we could stumble across earlier. I don't know if it's going to be open. I don't remember where the entrance of it was. Because it was just like a little vent. Here's the server room. Ooh. Ooh, look at all these supplies. Ancient metal eye. I don't think that's wrong. That just looks like a straight up eye. Why?
Looks like some kind of storage room.
Locked. And we have, here we go.
Gotta go after Aloy. Erend and Varl are waiting for me at the west exit.
I haven't been here. Alright.